Now, over the years, there's been some debate, particularly with our friends on the other side of the pond, to which form of motor racing is most exciting. F1? Champ car? Well, when I'm not doing this, I do spend a lot of my time testing Formula 1 cars, so you can probably tell where my allegiances lie. But I've got to admit that since the opening of Britain's first oval circuit at Rockingham in the Midlands, interest in America's famous race series could be about to take off. Team St George has been created from scratch to run as a special guest team in the British leg of the American race series. So Pulling Power have sent me down to Brooklands in Surrey to cover the launch. It should be a doddle, because guess who the driver is? Yes, it's me. And we've got just 7 days to prepare for the biggest race of my life. Even though I've got a lot of racing experience, this isn't the kind of series where you can just pop your helmet on and have a go. And before they let me loose on the grid, I've got to pass a rookie test. Basically, this involves completing 100 miles in a car around this Rockingham Oval. It's also the first and only chance I'm going to get to experience driving at 200 plus miles per hour before the race weekend. A mistake here and my kart career is over before it's even started. In the speed stakes, kart has got Formula 1 licked. So there you go, rookie test out of the way, done and dusted, passed perfectly. And Champ Car qualifying day now, all I've got is 2 laps, that's 50 seconds in total, to set my fastest time I can possibly do to move myself up through that grid. Now, a driver is only as good as his team. I've got great confidence in them, but how do they feel about me?
He's got a massive learning curve. It's vertical. He's had 2 days tested in the car, which probably equates to about no more than 4 hours running it in the car. And he's racing against guys out here this weekend that have probably got 10 years experience in oval racing. I mean, it's just massive.
But I'm still determined to show them what I can do. After a couple of warm-up laps, I managed to set the fastest lap of my life, 25.4 seconds. Is it enough? No. At this level, just half a second off the pace knocks you back to 17th on the grid. But hey, at least I'm not last.
I think tomorrow, if he just runs steady, he knows how to run these corners better than anybody from his experience here as the race evolves. So I think he just do a steady job and just move up slowly. And I think if we can get in the top 10, we'd be really pleased from where we're starting.
Race day. This is the first chance for most people to see a Champ Car in action, and I'm out early to get some desperately needed practice. Well, it's morning and morning warm-up. We're just basically running race strategy full of fuel, so the car's so heavy. Race pace is a lot slower. We stopped a little bit early, but we were on a lot older tyres than everybody else, and we're really close to the guys around us, so fingers crossed should look good for the race. But there's a problem. The car's developed a fault, and it's now a race against time to get it fixed before the race.
We developed a small water leak, which curtailed the session for us about 10 minutes from the end. And unfortunately, that's when we were planning to go out on new rubber. We were confident we'd have run comfortably in the top 10 this morning, but it didn't happen, so we're just looking forward to the race now. Well, now we've got the ASCAR just about to start behind us. There they go, thundering past now.
Racing round an oval track at extreme speeds looks dangerous. And it is. In a few minutes, I could be kissing that concrete barrier at up to 220 miles per hour.
All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Gentlemen, start your engines. We are racing again at Rockingham.
Starting 17th might not have been great, but we did have a cunning plan. Kart rules for this race meant that everyone had to pit at least 4 times. Our strategy was that if there was an early incident on the track and a pace car came out, then we'd pit.
We're under caution again. There is another yellow, another full course caution.
We'd lose a couple of places, but we'd get it back tenfold later in the race.
This is the second round of stops.
It worked like a dream.
Darren Manning, in his kart debut, leads this race.
For 4 laps, I led the field until I too had to pit. But could this gamble work again? Well, as long as the car held together, we were in with a chance.
We're under yellow again for the 4th time. Oh, wow.
This is fabulous news for Darren Manning.
Everything was going to plan. I took the lead for a 2nd time and a place in the record books. No rookie had ever led twice on his debut race.
This is looking back from Dario Franchitti, from one grip to another, and Manning enters pit lane.
But then, disaster struck. I felt the car fall onto its belly. The crew made frantic efforts to get me back out, but it was too late. We'd lost at least 10 vital seconds.
Manning finishes in the top 10 in 9th and on the lead lap.
OK, so 9th was far better than anyone had expected at the start of the race. I still felt that it could have turned out a lot better. But everyone else was over the moon.
So there you go. 2 biggest fans, mum and pops, come to see me off. What a fantastic day. Cars all packed up, ready to get back on its plane back to America. What more could I ask for? What a brilliant day. Leading laps, top 10 finish from where we started. I'm going back to Northampton to get a beer.